Kivinu kol hayom u'metzapim lishua u'metzapim lishua. One more time. Kivinu kol hayom ki lishuatcha. Kivinu kol hayom u'metzapim There's more of these here. Who didn't get one? Okay. Most everybody here got one. I hope I brought enough that everybody receives one. It's my gift to everybody tonight.
Oh, Chanukah books you have.
You have to get one. Here, he has a lot.
And we have one also.
I have one more. Okay. Yeah. It's
Great, Sarah.
Where have you been?
it's a short little book. My books are very intense, so like when I write a short book, like it takes away some of the sting. Like people say, I can only read one paragraph every day. Like it's just like, wow. Come on, everybody, read the books. I got all these books. Like I can. They're going to be ebooks soon. My publisher says to me, they're too hard to read. They're not big sellers. I say, I didn't write them to be big sellers. I wrote them from my heart. What do you want from me? I'm not an author. I'm just somebody who feels. I feel. Okay, this is page 26.
Best sellers.
Page 26. It's nice that it's on page 26. Pay attention to these type of things. In the songbook, my favorite songs on page 26. Okay. So this is the menorah song. In other words, there's like all kinds of different shivitis throughout the world. Why is it called a shiviti? Why is it called a shiviti? Because in Psalm 16, it says, Shiviti Hashem lenegdi tamid. I place Hashem before me at all times. And you don't move God around, but you move your consciousness around. So you're moving, you're focusing your consciousness on the presence of God. That's called I place God before me at all times. So that's the verse here. We're in small print on the right side, the second line from the top, under the word da, the very, very top right, it says Shiviti. And then you're supposed to read the name of God itself in the middle. And on the top left, under the letters of HaKadosh Baruch Hu's Lenegdi, so it's Shiviti Hashem Lenegdi. I place Hashem before me. And then you go back to the right side, it says Tamid, at all times. And then you back to the left side, it has the initials of the last 4 words of the verse. So that's from Psalm 16. But then what's going on in Psalm 67, in the menorah itself, is the 7-branch menorah. Okay, so Chanukah is 8, but it's still important. It's an important part of our tradition, the idea of, and the relationship of 7 to 8. And we'll see how that works here. I mean, I have... these are the type of things I write about. I mean, it's not in here. All you have here is the actual thing. But what the Shiviti is, how to relate to it, how to see into it, how to use it as a meditation, is what I want to share a little bit of with you now, and that I have written about it. And anybody who knows me, you can just write me an email anytime. Can you tell me what you've done with Psalm 67? And I send you a 1,000-page book on 60. No, it's only a few pages. Okay. So the menorah Psalm, Psalm 67, starts as the flames of the 7 branches of the candle, candelabra. So on the right side, it has 3 letters as a flame pointing towards the center, or pointing up towards Hashem's name, lemon, right? It's just, the words are broken up, lemon, and then tseach, b. It's supposed to be lam natseach bin negi not mizmor shir. And it's broken up into, all of them are 3 letters except the middle one, which is 2 letters. So that's the flame. That's called the superscript of the psalm. Lam natseach is a word that appears at the head of 55 psalms. What does it mean to say Lam natseach? As Abraham Davis says in his Mitsuda Tehillim, it is an instruction to the presenter. I have to look the word up. Who's the presenter? The orchestra leader or the choir leader? Fine. Okay, but Hirsch says Hashem is the symphony conductor of creation. So that's how I translate it. The La is dedicated to the Menatzeach. Menatzeach in modern Hebrew also is an orchestra conductor. Hashem is clearly, easily seen as a conductor of a symphony. That when you hear only this or that section of the composition, that's to say, when you only see parts of what's going on in the world, it's cacophonous. It hurts your ears. You don't like it. But if you look at the Leonard Bernstein, if you look at him or any of these great conductors, and the way they move, and the way they get, and all the conductors, all of them are so beautiful because they're showing how the whole symphony orchestra is one body pulsing to one beat. And God is the great symphony conductor who is showing us that whenever you feel that the world is a broken world and it doesn't make sense, and I don't like this, you look at the conductor. That's why 55 Psalms begin with the word Lam Netzeach. Okay. And Bindiginot, Mizmor Shir, is 3 words for melody and song and tune. It's a very sensitive system here, that there's the word negina, nigun, and mizmor. Mizmor means to cut and to prune, which means to cut away that which is preventing me from seeing God in the world. It's my emotional body. It's caught, it's stuck, it's hurt, I'm wounded. What I need is to sing, means to say, is to feel the emotions come up and to come into a positive state. And then all of a sudden, what seemed to be a dark world of meaninglessness is a world filled with God's light. How do you do that? How do you make that transition from being depressed, down, negative, and hurt, and you're a failure, to being, wow, I'm so happy. My life is so good. It's called counting your blessings. But there are ways that we can help each other to do that. A good coach can do that. A good coach can bring you to a place where you were just down, and now you begin to remember the good that you've done, and that literally enlivens the cells in your body. And now you're talking differently, and you're smiling differently, and if the coach will remind you that 10 minutes ago when you walked in the room, you were like, wanted to commit suicide. You say, wow, how did you do that? It's because I am reminded you who you really are. Because negativity surrounds us and suffocates us and wants to encroach upon us. And we have to make a beachhead of the goodness of who we are. The core of our being has to spread out through the concentric circles of our being, out into the outer circles, so that nothing anymore can come in and try and undermine me. On the contrary, every new experience, even the hard ones, become another opportunity for me to open my heart. Was that too fast? I can do it again because it's really important stuff.
Do it again. Do it again.
I wish we could do it.
Just do it.
What would it look like if you did it?
What would it look like if we did it? We have to have a way of moving into the true experience of godliness in order to counteract the darkness. If you're not busy being born, you're busy dying. If you're not busy bringing light, if you're not busy being in the light, then the forces of darkness, they love dragging us down. So not that I'm saying that darkness is wonderful when you relate to it properly and you know that there's something for you to do. You actually be in the darkness. Allow yourself to be in the dark. Allow yourself to live in the mystery. I'm talking about negativity per se, that when it starts to make you feel that you're not worthy, you're not good, that's the part of us that is so strong in some of us. And you know who it's stronger in? It's in those who have more of a potential for light. Obviously they're the ones who are more attacked by the negative side. So how do we do that? As we switch into, you can picture yourself in a canoe on a river. You can do all kinds of visualizations. You can do breathing. But when it comes down to it, what am I really trying to do is to switch into the feeling that I am loved, that I am truly, my life is good. And that what that guy just did to me or said to me and that button was just pushed is a passing thing compared to the awesomeness of my life. That's my way of expressing it. And hopefully when you express it and you articulate it, I think that words do help. It's not the whole story. You breathe into it. You live in this kind of a consciousness. And your life becomes blessed. What somebody told me last night is po, which is, what did he say? Something of pay and hay. Which means, he said his difficulties becomes hey pay. Hey pay instead of pay hey. Hey pay is hashgacha pratit. Pay hey, I forgot what he said. Something that was about the negative. So then when I'm able to use every situation as an opportunity to feel my being and to feel the realness of myself within a world, yes, it's very hard. It's hard things. I also said to somebody the other day, don't say I'm confused, say I'm dealing with a difficult issue. Because if you're confused, then you're creating a circle of confusion, and you're telling a message to yourself that you're confused. It's right. It's NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. So we have to work the other way and put things like that in perspective. So I just wanted to finish with this, and then give you the idea that I got from it. There's 49 words in this psalm, not including the superscript. 7 words in the first verse, which is starting over here on the left branch. The left branch is the first verse. It's Elohim Yichonenu. Please Hashem, be gracious to us. Vibarachenu, and bless us. Ya'er panav itanu sela. It's talking in the third person, but